Boris Johnson sent a stern warning to China as he claimed the UK will continue to have a tough approach against Beijing whilst cooperating on geopolitical issues. Boris Johnson promised to be tough with China in some areas but would not completely abandon our policy of engagement with Beijing. Speaking to BBC News, the Prime Minister said, "China is a giant factor of geopolitics, it's going to be a giant factor in our lives and in the lives of our children and grandchildren. You have got to have a calibrated response, and we are going to be tough on some things but also going to continue to engage." The Prime Minister confirmed changes would be made to extradition arrangements with Hong Kong. On a visit to a school in Kent, he said, "There is a balance here. I am not going to be pushed into a position of becoming a knee-jerk xenophobe on every issue, somebody who is automatically anti-China. But we do have serious concerns. We have concerns about the treatment of the Uyghur minority, obviously, about the human rights abuses. We obviously have concerns about what's happening in Hong Kong, and you will be hearing a bit later on from the Foreign Secretary about how we are going to change our extradition arrangements to reflect our concerns about what's happening with the security law in Hong Kong." Foreign Secretary Dominic Raab is to set out further measures in response to China's imposition of a tough new national security law on Hong Kong amid growing tensions with Beijing. The government looks likely to follow the example of the US, Canada and Australia and suspend the UK's extradition treaty with the territory, a move that would infuriate China. In a strong signal that he is ready to go down the same route, Mr. Raab confirmed at the weekend that he had completed a review of Britain's extradition arrangements as part of the next steps. China was already smarting over the government's decision last week to exclude the tech giant Huawei from the UK's 5G network, reversing a decision in January allowing it a limited role.